All right, yo. Oh, I stopped this music. Why did I do that? All right, welcome to the Mythic Squad. We got a good one for you lined up. We're talking PvP. You guys know the Archer class just popped up. I'm not going to destroy my whole PowerPoint before we jump in, but I'm pretty excited about what we got today. It is January 5th. We had our AMA today. It was pretty darn good. But in my opinion, not as exciting as the update that they had yesterday for I guess yesterday's release date, and that's cool. But without further ado, we got some special guests to introduce. We had the pleasure of meeting Viybz in Miami. Viybz, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure to be here, guys. Pleasure to be here.
Yes, thank you. And then we've got one of our resident PvP experts and our friend Tad Aphectz. If you haven't seen our last episode, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? It was pretty good. It was all about PvP. That was featuring Tad as well. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, what's up? How you doing tonight?
Better now that it's Thursday, Mythic Thursday, you know?
Yeah, doing good.
Let's see what we got here. I'm going to share my screen. I don't know. Has anybody got summons tonight, or are we just talking all PvP?
It's witching hour.
It is.
Witching hour. I don't have any summons lined up, but I'm sure we could maybe figure something out. Are we doing any giveaways? I got an egg to give away.
Okay.
We can set that up.
Yeah, man. Do we got one person missing? No, we're good. Okay. So here we go.
All right.
So here we go. I'm gonna switch that logo to the other side next week. But here's the release day information. So Serendale DFK Duels is finally out, which means that we have our parody in Serendale and on Clayton. So that's fantastic. A good way to kick off 2023. What else we have on here? Serendale raffles obviously are out. Sounds like they're going to be on the same schedule, even though there was a 3-week delay in releasing that. They've got the jeweler NPCs update, garden optimizations. Apparently the bun buns are in demand, so that's probably an inside joke that I don't know about. Multi-quest improvements on desktop. They updated the multi-quest start queue for all of you non-botters. That's pretty cool. And then we've got some new features coming for the Lock Jewel Manager. They fixed some bugs, and then here's the big one, things that we're anticipating coming up. Hero Hub UI rework, Power Up Framework, which I'm excited for. We've got level 10 profession quests / pet feeding and utility. Wink, wink. Why is that right by each other always? PvP combat and integration, Gardens UI rework, in-game chat, which, I think a lot of people are excited about that in-game chat. Especially when PvP comes out. Don't you want to talk shit to people? I know I do. Profile achievements, and then green egg pet art and lore. We did get to see before Christmas. I remember where I saw it. Probably you guys all saw it too. There was a little Christmas gnome dude that looked pretty cool. It looked like it had a Santa hat. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
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 What are you guys excited for on there? What do you guys like the most of what's here today? Like, what do you guys like? And then what are you excited for what's coming tomorrow?
Pet utility. I think it's going to cause a whole nother frenzy. I'm excited for what it will do for the ecosystem, what it will do for tiers, all that. So I'm stoked about that. Probably because it's closest to being complete too.
Yeah. It was brought up on the last stream I was watching. Do you guys think that pets are today is the floor and it's only up from here, or do you think that there's going to be a dip and then ebbs and flows? What are your thoughts, Beefs?
I think there might be some hype between now and then, and I also think that it could probably dip a little bit too. But once the summoning event's over, I think people will try to figure out what they're going to do with their little extra crystal stash or jade stash and hatch some eggs probably. So I don't know, man. Let's wait and see. You might be able to snipe some deals, but it might just go up if utility drops with leveled quests.
And let's look back 3 weeks, and that's just because of the tiers. A month, just because of the tiers. I think that with utility and then green eggs being hatched and stuff like that, like it's probably only up for here because as soon as level quests drop, then we're going to be right around the corner for PvP and then more utility for the pets. And then right around the corner is crafting, more utility for the pets. The hype of the rolls of each one of those mysterious bonuses on the back. I think it probably won't get cheaper to attain pets than it is right now.
Pets are definitely up only. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
And maybe just the good for or profession and/or combat roles start to be more expensive at first, since the crafting might not be just around the corner.
Yeah.
Totally.
I had read somewhere. I think I saw it on Twitter that if you bought $1,000 worth in tiers in September, that it'd be worth $130,000 now.
I don't even want to hear that. I've burned over 600,000 tiers just hatching pets. So I don't want to know that.
You thought we all would have learned our don't have a big bag of tears lesson a while ago,
Yeah, I can't remember who said that. I want to say it was Sandwich Punch, but I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth.
I think it was Sandwich.
Yeah, I'll give credit where it's due. I'm not going to put it where it wasn't made.
But as far as other things I'm stoked about, I think the duels revamp is much better than the last version. I think that's pretty sweet. I've really enjoyed doing duels recently. I've actually started winning raffles. I think the matchmaking system's so much better.
It's always fun winning raffles. So if you're having fun grinding and winning raffles, then yeah. I still haven't hopped into duels like crazy. Like I'm not a crazy duels player, but I hear a lot of the same sentiment though, vibes from some other players.
Well, I didn't know people really played duels. I mean, I didn't think a ton of people did. But then I started hearing Tad, Sandwich, all about it, talking about like that's how you're gonna get stones and crystals. Like that's really it.
Yeah, there's a whole alleyway for revenue right there if you play it right. There's some good examples in our Discord. A lot of alpha nugs about it dropped in there, so check it out, Tad.
Yeah, I'm excited about pet utility as well. I'm on team keep tiers the same, man. I mentioned it in name. I mentioned it in general a couple times. I know people are saying up the drop rate on tiers. I just think that right now the hero ROI, because of how expensive tiers are, is kind of the same back when Shiva's runes were like $20 and you bought a hero when heroes were like, I think it was around $350 and USD prices. And if you got like 15 runes, you kind of made your money back. And now it was pretty fast, like maybe 60 days. And it's kind of the same right now with heroes. So the ROI is kind of the best it's been. And that's kind of what people have been wanting, is like your NFTs to have value. So now if you look at just quick alpha drop, if you go buy 10 out of 10 hero, right? Like Gen 1, right now they're getting cheaper because the summoning event is over. So you've been seeing a lot selling for 200 crystal, and they've been selling for like 275 for the last week and a half. But because the summoning event is over, you can only get like 10, maybe like 4 summons in before it goes away. So they're really cheap. You got the first 5 summons is what? 32, 36, 40, 44, and 48. The floor for 4 heroes is 50. So you can basically, you're in profit on 5 of your first summons, and you can pull anything from there. You pull it in advance, you made your, you know what I'm saying? Advanced classes are like what, 200 crystal? You got 5 chances for an advance. By odds wise, you're a little off. You probably have to go to like 6 or 7 to get it, but I pretty much get one every time I've summoned Gen 1 10 out of 10s. But I also like the in-game chat, because then you'll be able to contact hero holders, Gen 0 holders, stuff like that, and potentially make matches. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm excited about.
I hope so. I hope that all these heroes that are on Serendale find their way, or excuse me, not Serendale. You all know what I mean. Harmony, find their way back to Serendale 2.0. And I'll put it out there. If you have heroes on Harmony The Mythic Squad is accepting donations, and we will take care of those for you. Send us. Forget you ever had them. All right. Anything y'all want to talk about on that?
Good stuff. I'm just glad we're at parity. You know, now
Yeah,
we're the new features.
Thank God. Hey, one thing that has been bugging me, I think I've been talking it for a while. Isn't that supposed to be like a 3-month push?
Yeah.
Somebody just said something about that too, but
Yeah, they just answered a question about it. He said some more important things on the, they got to push that on the back burner. There's a lot more important things they got to do, but it's being thought about.
I'm curious if they're going to
Thank you,
release
Vibes.
page 10 by itself, or if they're going to have or if it's going to just be all 1 through 10, and you kind of still have to go for it. Probably.
I don't know, but I do know you can buy. I don't know if you can. I'm sure you could probably sell it too, but they're going on Xcenter for like 10 crystal for a set right now. I think.
Oh, for a whole set?
For a whole set.
Dang, remember when they
That's
were
the word
like
on the street. I haven't confirmed that, but yeah, that's what I heard yesterday.
they were like 2 crystal for a whole set, like maybe a couple months ago. It's crazy.
How much?
2 crystal? Yeah, like 2.53.
I've given away mad sets. Damn it. No, I'm kidding.
I've been having mad sets lately too. Anyways, here we go.
Another word, the tiers, real quick. I guess I agree though. I think we've all been asking for items to have utility, heroes, and have utility, and now finally we have something that's gaining traction, and it's huge. I don't think we need to adjust anything. I think Hubert's got it under control, and I've had so much fun playing in the markets across both realms the last week. It's been great.
I think we're seeing that in chat too, that like a lot of people don't want them to change the tier mechanism that they have right now. Some people have profited very well on it, and there's a lot of people that, myself included, I think that tiers are coming with these profession 10 quests or level 10 profession quests. So I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for us to get back tiers. And this will just be one of those times that we talk about in the future. Remember when it costs more to get tiers than it did to get an egg? At least that's what I hope.
No, you're right.
I think one quick last thing, real quick. I think pet prices are gonna go up, and I think you guys did mention that, but I think tiers are gonna go up as well, and I think egg prices are gonna go down. The reason why I say this is a lot of people are stacking green eggs. I've been seeing people with like screenshots of like 400 something green eggs, and I'm like,
how you gonna hatch all those? Yeah.
You're not gonna hatch all those. So I think there's gonna be a dump in egg prices. People are gonna realize, why don't I just sell 5 eggs and go pick up a rare pet? Because right now rare pets are like cheap. Who is it? It was me, Beef, and I think Gyro and Mythic Squad Discord were talking about like the like certain rare pets with like 2-star bonuses, and they're very underpriced. They're like 50 to 75 crystal. So people are gonna realize like I can just sell 3 or 4 eggs, go pick up one of those, because the odds of that when you hatch it is pretty low. It's only 20% for a rare or something like that. So yeah, I kind of think that's what's gonna happen. But
you can snipe that legendary rarity too for the XP boost too if you're just looking.
Yeah,
So.
you can. So that's kind of what I think. Everybody's going to be selling their eggs once they realize they don't have enough tiers, and they're not going to want to spend like 10K plus crystal to hatch it.
Yeah, you'll be able to buy an egg for like 4 crystal.
I think so. That's what I've been thinking. Pets go up, tiers go up, eggs go down.
So the people actually hatching the eggs will be rewarded.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh shoot! I just messed something up. All right, don't go into Mythic Mayhem right now because I don't know how to get out of there. Dang it, why did I do that? There we go. And speaking of Mythic Mayhem, if you guys are bored, that's probably one of the most populous places to be. We've got Mythic Mayhem going, not 24/7, but pretty much up there.
Yeah, Johnny and Skiller are sleeping there. I think.
Yeah,
those
guys. Those guys hold it down on the regular. If you slip in there and it just sounds like a West Coast afternoon on the beach, Johnny, man, he's usually killing it, building monsters. Stomp's in there. He does stuff regularly. A lot of guys go in there. Come check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. All right, AMA. Was there anything from the AMA that is worth discussing? I think that we got this Where's Waldo thing. I know that I've been taking peeks at it. I found something pretty cool, but I'm not gonna look for it right now. If you want to catch the AMA, I did put this in here. Oops. Man, killing it today. I'm going to copy this and put it in chat. I'm sure everybody else knows where to find this, but it's Sandwich Punches write-up of the AMA. I don't know how he gets these out, like literally seconds after they come out, but we appreciate you, Sandwich Punch.
He's got a personal
Technology, baby. Something does it for him.
No, as a lawyer, he's gotten really good at typing really fast and people speak.
Probably,
He got
yeah.
that as
Oh,
possible.
you're probably right about that.
Story.
I didn't know
Wait,
he was a
quick
lawyer.
Quick thing. We went live at like 11:30,
Are
right?
you serious, Starbuck?
11:30 your time, yeah.
Yeah, and we said witching hour, right? And then 11:36, a triple mythic just popped out.
Really?
Yeah, just checked the hatchery.
What was it?
Distractions.
Yeah.
The scenario light fay triple mythic. Yeah, it's
Okay.
got-
Yeah. Well, you
Scenarios
guys are gonna see a
light,
little bit of that in this today. So that's gonna bring it. I mean, that wraps up the AMA. This is our presentation for today, or at least the main topic why a lot of y'all came out today. And we've got the archer is the focus. This is my favorite archer that I got. It's my archer that I got on one of our Mythic Squad streams. That's got Transcendent. And I'm excited for that. I was saying like the whole time of the basic classes, Archer is one that I probably want to mess with. Obviously, that was before Spellbow came out. Now I want a Spellbow Transcendent, but we'll get
Yeah,
that.
we all do.
Yeah, man. Has anybody had a Transcendent Spellbow yet? I haven't seen one.
No, I don't think
Nope.
so.
Nope and nope.
All right. Well, looking at my Gucci, it's about that time. Let's so here we go. I'm gonna read this one for you. The Archer class, a formidable choice for those who possess the ability to make swift decisions and strike with deadly precision. Wary of close quarters combat, archers observe their enemies from afar with keen eyes and dexterous fingers, making split-second decisions to help their companions against man or beast. Having an archer in a party can tilt the odds before the battle begins as they rain arrows on their foes. 3 familiar archetypes guide the class fantasy of the archer, all of which keep the enemy at a safe distance. The flurry path honors those who seek to deliver death through 1,000 cuts, while the precision path speaks to the patient heroes who wait for the optimal moment to strike. And for those with piercing minds and more than a sprinkle of luck on their side, the marksmanship path offers unique rewards. Skill and cunning are required to master the archer class, whether you prefer to get out of there. Strike quickly or wait for the perfect opportunity. There you go. So here's the beef. Let's get ready for the stew. Let me see if I put something in here really quick. I hate to fast forward, but I think I found something that was really cool. I didn't put it in here. I found something really cool earlier, and somebody had grouped the skills and or the abilities, and they put it in by the actual.
It's in PvP nugs in Mythic Squad Discord.
Okay, let me grab that.
Yes, it is.
All right, here we go. See this. I thought this was pretty neat. Shout out to
This helped a lot. I was watching it. I there is some busted stuff in this tree. I'm not gonna lie.
in a good way or bad way.
A good way. If you go, I don't even want to, say you could go first, but just take a look at marksmanship, giant killer, and then stack it with 2 giant slayer passives, elite abilities, and then just look at that 160% extra damage for a hero that has more health than you, and it's not a percentage wise. If you have 500 health and they have 510 health, first turn 160% if you stack Giant Slayer. I mean, just this alone is 100%. But imagine a double stack Giant Slayer on top of that. It's kind of crazy. I was looking, I'm like, oh my god, I am building Giant Slayer heroes right now as we speak.
I think Giant Slayer is one of the ones that I was griping about, because like I don't want the one thing that I love about actives is like you're in control of them, and with passives you could go through the entire match and dominate the whole time and never even see them. What's up, Ben? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining.
Yo, shout out Dazoth. He's the one that made this. He's the one that put this together.
Yeah, I put that in our
Okay, good.
server. Anyways, that's on there. But yeah, I mean, the reason why we had Vibes and Fex on is, I mean, we love your guys' insights. So, do you guys want to go through this broken down one first, or do you want to go through the actual one that Workhorse shared?
I think it's more organized if we go down the one that is grouped, because it's a little bit easier to monitor and see.
Okay. Why is my screen
No worries.
Yeah. There we go. Let's see. This one?
Now the one that
Oh, the other one. Okay,
yeah,
I got you, man.
but it's up to you. It doesn't matter. But that's the one that I was looking.
That's
at.
the one I like too. So I like this one. So I'm glad y'all like that one. Let's see. Is that good? Can y'all see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it one more zoom. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
right there.
good. And we can scroll if we need to when we get to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. So right off the bat, the one that I like is the last one.
Really?
Marksmanship. Yeah. I think I like strength in mine, and I could be wrong. So that's why we had you guys on. I want you guys to break it down for us. Who wants to go first?
You think the marksman setup is better for strength? That's what you're saying.
No. Don't quote me on that. Let me hear what you say first, and then I'll tell you at the end.
Oh no, I mean,
Come on, Vibes. That's why we had you on, man.
I'm not.
You're formulating my opinion. These post-its are for these postments are for investments.
Personally, from what I can tell, it looks like the strongest ones are going to be hybrids, right? They're going to be ones that, kind of like what Tab said, are going to max your abilities in any way. I think having a plan, it's the earlier the better, right? I think kind of going blind into this is a bad idea. I think sitting down with maybe some pens and paper, especially once we get some numbers, and just doing some basic calculations would be a good idea. Obviously, a lot of playing time is really going to, I think, be the difference maker here. Figuring out those OP combos that are crazy. I've been looking at a couple so far, and I really like a combination of a lot of the flurry and precision stuff. But I also kind of like that. I don't really like the luck aspect of the archer. I don't really think that's, for me, at least right now. I don't want lucky shots on archers. I want precision that I know is going to smack or do a lot of AOE damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have similar thoughts. I think with having a plan and stuff, and basically creating your heroes. Now I'm thinking there's certain heroes now with the giant slayers and stuff and the giant killer. I'm thinking you might want to have different archers for different things. Like you might want to have a low HP archer. You might want to have a high HP archer. And I'm looking at the precision. What I noticed from this, even with the level 15 skill in marksmanship, and then if you look at the precision tree, that poisoned arrow, that this archer might be a tank killer. The poisoned arrow, you can immediately poison them, start dealing 2%. I think poison is 2% of their HP that stacks per turn. So you can poison them immediately, and then you can start dealing. And then you have daze. You have that dazed arrow, which is, what is that? Deliberating shot. That's another ability that's really good that I was looking at. And then like we said already with the giant killer. Giant killer is really good. You might have to go with a combo of abilities, like a combo of the trees, to probably make the most optimal archer build. But even staying in the tree for marksmanship for the level 15, the marksmanship ability that gives you execute.
I agree.
That is gonna
execute. Yeah.
That can kind of get crap. I don't think it's gonna be good in the low levels, but I think once you get to 1,000 plus HP, 1,500 plus HP, if it's a 30% execute, and you're looking at 1,500 HP because people have dread knights and stuff like that, you can execute them at a third of their health.
Yeah,
that's when you can kind of see that's kind of crazy.
David versus Goliath type shit.
Yeah, it's and you already look at the little animation. They had a knight, an archer, and a priest. I'll be looking at little stuff, and you have the priest in the back line, archer in the mid line, knight in the front line, and it's all basic heroes. They didn't even put anything. So I'm assuming that basic heroes are going to be decent. And just looking at this tree, this is kind of anti-tank hero. Yeah. So I'm I've been kind of looking at this like I have basic heroes might really be good.
Doesn't this
really
look
like
simpler to
Archers.
you than Berserker? At least it does to me.
Look what?
Looks simpler, like a simpler layout. Like when I was reading Berserker, there's just so much to it. It felt like it was like 10 pages or something.
Yeah, Berserker is
This one-
complex. It's
Yeah,
really
it's nuts.
complex.
More magic, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get this right. The 15 on the masterful shot, that's only for archers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like to execute.
Scroll up and show that a little bit more so people can see.
And then archers can attack
think
from
that's it.
any position, right? And summoners as well. Potentially, archers and summoners can attack from any position, right?
Yes, that's what I heard. So I think Viybz put that in our chat that Hubert said that the third row would be able to attack too. Is that what you wrote in there, Viybz? You have to keep me.
What are
honest.
you asking now? I'm sorry, I was reading something when you were going into this. What now?
I was
Didn't
just
you
saying.
put something in chat that the third row would be able to attack in PvP?
I can't be certain. I'm gonna
Summoners,
put a lot of
summoners
stuff in
and,
the chat.
and archers.
Archers for sure can. Summoners, I think you said. I didn't know that.
I think
That's-
archers can hit any row. So
Yeah. I
that's
think
like the
archers can
value
attack
in
from-
an archer, so they can
Yeah.
attack any.
Gotta
any
have a
line.
bow on the squad, man.
You
Yeah.
think Sage can attack from the third row too? Then
Magic, yeah.
I think so. I think magic
I think
heroes
so,
will be able to
yeah.
attack from third
Spell
row.
bow, yeah.
If it's anything like DFK Fight Club,
well, in DFK Fight Club, you can attack the third row, but you can't attack from the third row.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
second
can't.
round.
You have to swap in order to use that character. There'll be heroes that can hit the front and mid and other things too. So there'll be that's
Like,
part
what
of
about
the
if they
utility.
do?
And maybe that's why the Berserker's skill tree is a little bit crazier because part of an archer is being able to hit any of the lines. So
Yeah, I'm on Team Rubu.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think I know for sure archers can because of the little graphic that they put out a long time ago with the three.
yeah.
But I know mages might be able to. You
When
know
you
what
say
I noticed?
mages, you're just referring to spellcasters or
Yeah,
sage-
summoners,
Yeah,
wizards,
magic-based.
sages, seers, priests, potentially.
I was going through the notes the last couple of days, and I saw summoner and archer, but I could.
You know what?
It's
You
still
know what looks kind of crazy though? You see Shroud Plus
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
channeling, the hero gains evasion and cannot be pushed, pulled, or stunned. All right.
Right.
Now, picture a tank with Archer subclass. That's only 10. That's like what 10 points.
Mhm.
So you know how you can go into 15 points of your subclass.
right.
Now picture that on a tank in the front line, and then you can't be pushed, pulled, or stunned. So you can't be pushed. Right? I'm already thinking that. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cracked. Archer sub. You go into
Yeah, there's gonna be endless
yeah,
possibilities. but
Dread Knight Archer.
And I'm like, oh yes, it's kind of there's gonna be a lot of strategy to this, man.
There's a lot of opportunities to channel.
So many
There's a lot
different
of opportunities to interrupt channels. There's a lot of opportunities to not move. There's a lot of opportunities to move someone. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
What about Flurry? I mean, like I said, I'm not high on Flurry. It sounds like Flurry might hit everybody though. What are you guys' thoughts on
Right.
Flurry?
Said he liked it. Didn't he?
I think strategy is going to be important. I think the flick shot's really interesting, right? So whenever this hero receives damage, it deals damage.
Yeah, I like the flick shot too.
So that's really interesting. So like that could be a counter for like, you know, a super crazy toxic stack or whatever. It's something that's going to like repetitively smack. So once again, strategy, right? You're going to have heroes for a bunch of different things. I think what Tao was saying was kind of interesting. He was kind of like surprised that like, oh yeah, some of these basic heroes are going to be competitive. And I think 100%, right?
Mhm.
I think the only major difference, right, is stack growth.
Yep.
So like if you have a basic that's growing at a rate, you know, of like a strong mythic, and you have like, you know, a mythic that's growing really weak, like a basic level, and they come together, and, you know, and they have very similar stats. Essentially, it's, you know, the color of the card's the difference, and that's something to think about. I think rarity isn't as big of a deal as some people are
Maybe
thinking.
not at the early levels, but
And
pulling
also, I
away.
think the basic levels,
yeah.
are going to be really competitive. And obviously at level 100.
I don't think I'll be alive at level 100. Knock on wood.
Yeah, but your kiddo will, and he will appreciate that.
Yeah. You're like, what do you do? Oh, nothing. My shit farms and I'm rich. Game over.
Game over.
Yeah, Shroud Plus. What's the other one in there? Swift Quiver. Gain effective agility equal to X times Dex in combat. If Shroud is active, gain additional agility equal to X times endurance. So I think that's just you're shooting first every single time and have additional evasion.
I think the hunter's mark and marksmanship's pretty crap too.
Marksmanship.
So for these ones, what do you guys think? Like, what are your, if you were to build one right now, what are your must-haves for your archer?
I like hunter's mark.
I like debilitating shot.
Yeah.
Dead aim could be really good.
I'm going poisoned arrow. Debilitating
shot.
Yeah, debilitating shot. Marksmanship is nice.
There's a detonating arrow too.
The giant killer. I'm going giant killer 100%.
Giant killer all the way.
100%.
Giant killers seems really satisfying.
I think they got to change it to a percentage base, because if you can come out turn one, your opponent has 510 HP, you have 500 HP, and you do 100% extra damage because he has 10 points higher hit points. It's kind of crazy. I think it needs to be percentage based. Maybe like hero has 20% higher HP or something like that. That it just seems too cracked. Like, I don't know.
Well,
but maybe that's what they want.
The detonating arrow, shoot enemy target in position 2, dealing damage equal to X times basic. Deal damage to each enemy in position 1 and position 3 equal to X times basic, meaning it's going to blast that hero in position 2 in the middle, and then it's also going to hurt the additional 2 heroes in front and back as well. I think that sounds...
Tie that with an explosion from another hero same turn.
Yes.
And you're doing AoE damage, just hitting everybody.
Yeah.
Tad, what were you just talking about?
I was talking about Giant Killer, how Giant Killer says deal 100% extra damage to a target with higher HP, but it doesn't specify a percentage of higher HP. So it's kind of like turn one, if a hero has 10 higher HP than you, just 10, 5, 1.
Yeah.
That's also bonus attack damage, right?
Yeah. But it's 100%, you know what I'm saying? On just for having like 1 higher HP. Obviously, after you do your damage that turn, you're not going to get it again until you're under them. But right. I think as a percentage, it might be a little bit less overpowered, I would say. I mean, it's too early to say overpowered and stuff like that,
right. But okay, yeah, gotcha.
What does the archer have that's good counterplay though, like for a build? And right now it's kind of tough to tell because we only got the archer and berserker.
The flick shot is crucial, right? The Shroud Plus is crucial. You're not, being able to stay in one spot and kind of like, eliminate one factor of change that someone could throw at you.
I like that flick shot.
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities to be defensive.
The Shroud, the Shroud Plus, and the flick shot are really nice because look at that. Like he said, the flick shot, right? Same thing with the Shroud Plus on a tank. If people are going for like anti-tank builds, right, and they're trying to poison you, if I have more health and you poison me and I flick shot, you know what I'm saying? If I receive damage, all that damage that I'm receiving is going to just be reflected back to you. If you have anti-tank build and you're going to be less health than me, I can just keep countering you with that.
Amazing.
Yeah,
so
pretty cool. Gonna have a couple of each of these, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to have an army of archer subclass.
Well, one small stone I think is kind of interesting. I don't really read it too much in it. Pick up a stone from the ground and knock it. Deal damage to X target enemies equal to your basic times luck.
And it has X 8% to pierce.
Right. And that's the other thing, right? So, like, yeah, the flurry is the multi-shot setup, precision is the shroud setup, marksmanship is the pierce setup.
What do you think about beefy archers and pen in the precision class?
I like it.
I have some beefy archers.
I like
also have
beefy
some
archers.
Yeah,
like
I got a
archers are
few
crucial.
too. That's why I was
They're
looking at
crucial.
it.
I remember, I mean, especially even just like Fight Club, right? I mean, archers are crucial. Even just like the subclass archer was crucial. Someone set up, sneak up, you know, you wouldn't even see it coming. It was a great tactic. And I think it'll be very effective here. I think basic heroes will be very effective if you have a plan.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here looking at my archers right now, checking out which ones I like. You know, I had one on here, and this is kind of funky, and I got to look at it again. But this one, I could have sworn had a dirty gene. I got this one here that has a dirty gene, but it's got stun and intimidation. And then this one has second win and efficient, and there's no more badge on it. So I don't know why I thought it was dirty, but I wasn't using my summons on it. I wasn't gonna dark summon with it because I thought it was a dirty gene. And that's
look up the hero ID in the tavern, and you can see if it's a dirty gene. Because I mean, not the tavern, in the Discord. Bot.
Yeah.
Where did my?
Because if you summon
ADFK has it on the ancestry button too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Let me see this one.
I've got an archer with double toxic. I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen with that. If it's
Dude, that might be tight.
That's going to be nice with poison arrow and stuff like that.
Yeah, poison arrow, double toxic.
Oh,
yeah, that's pretty dope.
That's almost not fair. Like you're going to get poisoned. So I wonder, like, because you can only, I think we heard that you can only have a certain amount of potions brought to you into battle. So, like, I'm curious, like, you poison someone, they're like, oh, poison cure, and then boom, poison them again.
If you look at that video clip with the blobs, right? There's some detailed stuff there as far as like some of the hub possibilities, right? You got to see like, I don't know, it was like 5 slots for potions. The quality wasn't like amazing, so it was kind of hard to read what some of the stuff was called, but you kind of got an idea of what it could maybe look up.
So speaking of UI though, as far as the game flow goes and stuff, are we going to be able to see the other team's stats and stuff? Like,
I don't know.
What if
it's a surprise
or whatever? Maybe not the stats, but the traits.
You'll be able to see it in the beginning. I think Workhorse said that in PvP discussion. He said you'll have access to see it, but I think you load in and then you see it, so you'll be able to look it up and then look up their skill tree, but you won't have it before the match. You're going in blind until the start. It might be like a minute or something in the lobby or something like.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna show everything. I don't know if they're not gonna show the skill tree, right? They're not gonna show each person's skill tree. You might see the back of their card, you know, before probably, but yeah, I don't think you'll see the skill tree.
Yeah, probably not the skill tree, but like it would be nice to see what kind of traits they're packing before we get in there too.
The re-rolling is what I'm kind of like. I'm kind of glad they have it, but I'm also like, this is a copycat game, and it's just one of those things where I'm thinking that if something is busted, everybody's just gonna go re-roll and spec into it.
Oh, they find they're gonna find the cracked stuff, and everybody's gonna go copy it for sure.
Yeah, they had even said that it's going to be cheap to re-roll, so you could go
Apex, I'm also
going
to just copy you. So
you need that variety in there, though. Like you need to be able to sit there and play and tweak and have fun with this. Like it's part of the game, building these.
So that HUD looks like you'll be able to see. I don't know. It looks like you can hold 6 potions. It looks like you'll be able to see the attacks, the traits. Maybe something else, abilities. I don't know what this says. I can't read it, but you can definitely see attacks and traits, and you can see the stats on the back of the card: strength, endurance, luck stats.
Oh, I found it. Here's what I was trying to show.
And what potions they have. Because, like, yeah, you can bring 5 or 6 potions, right, on to each battle.
Thank you, Slow Mad.
There's an updated one that I think is a little cleaner with the three people.
Oh, the new one that just came
yeah.
out? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right. I'll go into this one. All right, I'm not going to look for that right now.
DFK Discord.
I'll send you the link.
Twitter post.
Okay, there we go.
Viybz said it.
What's up, Ogre?
What's up, Ogre?
Ogre in the house, huh?
All right. You sending it to my Discord?
Ogre.
Yeah. I'm sending it to your Discord right now. I'm opening Discord.
All right, cool. The suspense is killing everyone.
Anybody sniping in the hatchery right now?
Dude, there was a guy on stream last night who was.
Ooh, I just hit a gentleman crab in the background, boys.
What?
Let's
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Witching hour. Oh, I just see it. Witching hour. Yo, I'm telling you, people don't believe it, man.
I hit a legendary and a crystal tusk odd pool rare too.
Mosh just didn't decide to hatch it.
That's number 40, boys.
While Tad's distracted, I'm going to snipe.
Tad's finally not here. I'm gonna go get him.
I took a break real quick. I took a break. I need liquidity, man. I got hella things for sale.
Bro, that's too much. All right, let's get back into this. Let's
So
All
we
right,
got 6
People do
potions
not
down
believe
here. I can't really see what that says, but it looks like there's a lot going on over here.
Those are all mana potions, yeah.
Looks like mana potions, and this is the archer. So maybe they're selecting the archer ability. And then in the middle here it says
I think that says attacks.
Attacks. I can't read that word. I think this one says.
I think that's.
I can't see any of it. So tell me what it says.
What's the far right with the green lights? I can't see that.
Oh, we don't know.
Is
Yeah,
that
we
our
don't know.
stats? Is that the player stats?
Is that our skill?
No, to the left of that are the stats, the strength, the wisdom, and
Oh,
intelligence.
okay. I see it. I see it now. My
Yeah,
eyes
you can
are so
zoom in
good.
a tab. But yeah, no, it's blurry.
That might
It's
be
like,
skill tree or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like what they're spec'd into. Like,
I was thinking it might be the skill points, but those were 3 boxes, right?
Hey.
That drawing was 3 boxes.
Yeah,
not
this
4.
looks like intelligence, dex up here.
could
I
those
know.
be every other round active and passives?
Who knows?
I don't know. There's 4. So.
You see the mana and then the health, right? I guess that's what the green and the blue is.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
What's
solid.
next to the health down there in the bottom? Carrots?
That's pie.
I thought it was pie, dude.
that looks like cake.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. It looks
Is
like
it
pie.
cake? Okay.
That's pie
the
face
birthday
cheat
cake.
code.
The 1-year birthday.
You thought I was dead? Pie.
Yeah.
It's like a double transcendent, 100% health. No
Or the onion.
exhaust.
Look at that shield though with the blob. Got the little fucking fence post shield.
Yeah, I like the wooden sword.
Yeah, I
man.
thought so. When I first saw this, I thought that this blub priest in the front had an arrow sticking out of it. But it's a
Oh,
priest
it is a priest. Yeah,
or a funky dart.
it does look like an. I thought it was an arrow. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was the only
See?
one that stayed, and the other ones
See?
disappeared.
It's like that time way back in the day. There was an artist called Akon, and I was like going on LimeWire downloading Akon albums, but I thought it was Acorn.
You just
And I
aged
found
yourself.
the album.
So,
Well, I
so
found the album, and somebody else thought it was Acorn too because I was able to get the song.
so that's the sharpshooter ability, and it's hitting the back row. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys think there will be a meter as like DFK's got some type of meter, right?
Like if you counter, you get a boosted meter
Something
or
to
something
build
like
up
that.
at all, right?
Yeah,
I hope so.
I kind of hope so because that's an exciting feature in DFK Fight Club, like to be able to interrupt
Any
and
game,
counter
really, to be able to counter and then
and catch an
store
ability.
up some power for something that can freaking, change the outcome. Yeah, I think that's
Right.
dope.
I thought that was a really cool mechanic of Fight Club. I saw we have the evasion is basically your ability to dodge the incoming damage, physical or magical, right? It doesn't matter. It's pretty much like
mess with their accuracy
interrupt,
on the
right?
shot, right? So
it's kind of like interrupt in a sense, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think you get any major boost that'll like change the outcome or help you level up.
Yeah, so I'm excited about this. So it's a priest in the back, archer in the middle, knight in the front, and then for the slimes, it looks like it's the same thing. Is that a bow in this one's hand, or is that a sword?
I wish we knew the subclasses of these 3 heroes they put out here in this little video.
Well, we see the archer's got a monk subclass.
Yeah, archer monk.
Okay.
But also something to think about, it's going to be 1v1 for a while, right? Until we probably get PvE, and then we'll maybe get 3v3.
It's 3v3.
Yeah, I think that's
3 versus 3.
Oh no, they did announce that.
It is, no, listen, it is 3v3. They met one hero versus one hero at any given time, right? So
I'm confused. What?
It was one player versus one player.
One player
versus one player.
But it's 3v3, right?
Yes,
it's in
3v3.
Discord. It's
Okay.
in our Discord.
That makes sense.
But
Yeah.
Hubert said something.
Yeah, mana was basically going to be your meter pretty much for your skills to save up for your skills. So that's Worm. Yeah. Worm. That's kind of where they're.
That's what I'm thinking. You get like a pre-meter. And then
I don't think it would be pre-meter. I think it would be like your
have to
whatever
build it up?
your mana. No, whatever your mana is on your class. That's why when I think who was talking about it was like I think it was Bob Nothing when he was talking about how certain melee classes are gonna. That's why their basic attacks are gonna be stronger because they're not gonna have the mana that a spellcaster is gonna have to constantly do abilities.
Right.
So there will be turns where they're not doing anything but just basic attacking because they don't have mana to perform abilities. So as you get higher, that's why when you see if you have like let's say a skill costs 25 mana, whatever, it's probably going to be more. But if you only have 100 mana out of your pool, you can only do 4 skills.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a pre-meter essentially. You don't build it up. You're not gonna be. You're not ever gonna have a chance to get more mana, right?
Unless you use a potion.
You come with the mana and then you use it.
Unless you use a potion. That's also the big thing. I think I think there should be a limit of 1 potion per type. Per type. Yeah. And there should be events where there's PvP without potions. But I think potions are going to drive the ecosystem to the whole next level because you still need tiers for potions. Mm-hmm. Potions don't even have use case, and tiers are already this high. Imagine when people already are. You're going to want to have as much advantage as possible. You're going to want to have one of every potion in game. There may be battles where you might be winning so hard you don't need to use a potion. But in those really tough battles where it's you versus somebody else and they're a really good player, you're going to need all the potions you can get. That's why tiers are going to stay where they are or even more.
Especially if you know who you're going against. Like if you know who you're going against and they have this squad that they always have, you can strategize a little bit in that regard.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So I just found the confirmation on position limitations that Hubert said.
I'm really excited about Berserker. What's the next class you guys are super stoked to see the tree come out on?
Ninja. I'm all about.
I want Ninja. I want to see Ninja.
So
and I want to see Dragoon so bad. Also, I want to see something magic caster like Sage.
I want to see Spellbow and Ninja. I can't lie.
Of course.
You guys will probably have to wait for all those. So what's the next coolest basic class you think you want to look for?
They got to do Warrior.
Yeah.
Seer. I think I'm excited to see what the Seer is going to do.
I think Seer will be good. And I say this all the time. Like I think the ones that come from Crystalville will just innately be good because that's their realm, and they'll want to. They won't want to have
some Seers that are ready to smack. I swear.
Wait, look at what Brown Jet has said. Pull up. He said, "Imagine if the great potion that don't." I think that's what pets are going to be.
Yeah,
Pets absolutely are going to be your potions that don't require actions. That pets are gonna have. I think pets are eventually going to have passives and stuff like that. Equipment is going to be the type of passives. Pets are the first form of equipment. And I think that's where you're going to get. I think the first basic stage of pets is going to be something basic. Like maybe it's going to be 1, 3, 5, 10, and 15% extra damage or reduction. Maybe it's going to be like that for tiers, rarities, whatever, stars, whatever they do. It's going to be something like that. And then
a multitude or slower tick on poison damage or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then as we get farther and farther, each pet is going to have individual things. Reduce 2% less, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever. 5% more, whatever. 3%. It's going to be stuff like that I think.
Agility buff or what other things do you think?
Yeah,
they've
like
done?
rejuvenated powers of the bloater snail or the wolf stag or wolf pup of renewal. I bet you those will have something that refreshes you a little bit.
And then we don't even have equipment yet. You know, equipment is going to basically be passive stuff like, we're going to have equipment is going to be crazy.
I mean, think how crazy the builds are going to get with armor equipment. Freaking, it's going to be nuts.
Do you guys think if 3v3, you guys think if all three on one team have pets, they pretty much can't compete with the team that doesn't have any pets?
I think so.
I think it'd be
implement
stamina bar. So when the stamina bar starts building up, you get to use that as like a special attack.
I think you're going to want pets, period.
I think they're going to be more passive, like Tad was saying. No, I would.
Yeah, I don't think they'll
have
at
least
like
at the beginning in this
them.
first iteration of it, right? So.
Yeah, fun to speculate though.
I think it could be a game changer. I think they could crush.
It's just another aspect to the strat, dude. There's going to be layers. It's going to take us some time while playing to really figure out. That's why I like the reset button.
If people are like underestimating the importance of pets, literally the back, and I've been preaching it forever, is like a roadmap of what things to come in DFK. So I think it's going to be like the utility belt for all equipment, right? Pets are
look what we found out about the heroes over time. And it's just like there's layers to them. There's not a doubt in my mind that the second set of NFTs that DeFi Kingdoms releases is going to be vital and is going to have layers like the past NFTs that have been released by DeFi Kingdoms. I think people, and it's true all the way through any game like this, especially through beta when they're building out and stuff like that, is they wait until they see it. You know what I mean? And so you can do that, but you're going to pay for that. You just are. So if you want to speculate and get ahead of the curve and stuff like that, I mean, the writing's on the wall. You don't have to like be a brain surgeon to figure it out. I mean, just look at the market as over the last month. I mean, because they're being more transparent about the roadmap, where they're going, what's coming up, and they've been delivering on it. Like the market's reacting to it. Mythics you could get for half of what they're going for right now a month ago. And I don't think that's going to slow down. And we're not even to pet utility yet. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? And tiers are just going to go up with the hatching of green eggs and whatever other features that they add to it. So it's just going to be more and more difficult to attain these pets, and less mythics, less and less legendaries will be coming onto the market via hatching, and more that are available are going to be taken up. So yes, they're going to be absolutely vital to PvP, to questing and everything. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's speculate on what those pet bonuses for combat might be and what they might, do. Besides,
I think that's going to be maybe one of the largest areas of XP gain.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
By far. I think it's going to be up to 90% extra.
Maybe in the activity, but the rarity to the card is going to create the XP boost for the hero that it's attached to. Yeah. So what kind of other bonuses are we going to see? They have confirmed that one of the bonuses, they didn't specify what category, that there would be an increased tier drop rate, right? I'm assuming probably a professional
runes too, right?
If rune stags don't get more runes, I will throw a beer at my screen.
I agree there too, but
there's some really cool variants and stuff that are like the sky's the limit with what they can actually make.
I hope they created variety and value to a lot the pets even more by having a variety of these things for each of these categories that we could shoot for, right? So
Well, I mean, you saw all the different things, right? So we've got tailoring, woodworking,
Armorsmithing,
weapons, or blacksmith,
Armor
goldsmith,
smithing, leather smithing,
crafting,
yeah,
tons of
goldsmithing.
utility, and potentially quests maybe associated with some of that stuff, or
Absolutely.
right. So you could definitely be getting some hits there on eggs, runes,
Absolutely.
tears, whatever, right?
Wait, pull up what Robuto said after he's done.
Three Wolves.
Okay.
Three Wolves mentioned too that they had already mentioned that the pets will have increased drop rate on tiers. So right there, pets
probably everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So everybody's speculating their PvP builds too, and there's elements on heroes and elements on pets, right? And they've confirmed that you don't need to match your hero's element with your pet, but they also didn't deny that if you do, there might be some sort of bonus, right? So what's your thoughts on that matter in PvP?
Yeah, you don't have to match your heroes with your profession quest either, right? But it's probably smart that you do. It's a lot more efficient. You're gonna bang for your buck overall.
I think the one thing that's going to play a big part, at least theoretically, is the element. So, like for me, I want to have my Earth Sage with an Earth
really?
pet.
Okay, that's interesting.
Do you think
I've heard it both ways. Like,
do you think it will affect PvP or PvE? Like the elements, do you think they'll have something to and be incorporated within PvP?
It makes sense. Maybe there's why would they have elements on the pets if they weren't going to matter in PvP?
PvE. I don't think. I don't know.
I think PvE. Like what? Elaborate on that a little bit. Like what would that?
Depending on where you are, right, is going to be monumental. Like the cards at different locations, different elements, right. I could see that being incorporated a lot more easier versus PvP. But I mean, they're creative. They could definitely do it, and it could work. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
I'm with Skiller. Any of my heroes that can have an AR, give it to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think PvE is going to be the first, like for sure, it's going to be element based in PvE because they're going to have different locations. That's going to be like a dungeon. It's going to be a fire dungeon. Your fire heroes are going to have boosts there. Your things that they're going to probably do it similar to duels, to where the weaker heroes, whatever the duels element chart is, they're going to do it similar to that because they already have that as a structure, and it's going to be like that. They're going to be many dungeons. If they do something like weekly dungeons, because I think they're going to want to make, if pets are exclusive and they're talking about pets being exclusive and a luxury and it's a first form of equipment, I think dungeons are not going to be something that you can do all the time.
So,
it might be like something to get people actively playing, like maybe it's a once a week thing or once a day or something like that.
So like you and like Viybz and Tad were saying, do you think like you'll have a set of pets that will excel in an area on the map or an activity on the map within these dungeons and or raids that need that element or get a boost for that element, and that if you don't have that, then you get a reduction to your overall effectiveness with your pet if it doesn't match the element of like the room or chamber that you're in?
I don't think, maybe not so much of a reduction. I think it would be like, yeah, if you're in a room that's a water room and you brought in 3 fire heroes and you're trying to complete that dungeon and you brought in 3 fire heroes or 3 fire pets, you're gonna have less effectiveness in that room. But it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna be on some like something too crazy, but
yeah. It couldn't be, right? But you know, for competitive players like us, we're going to optimize our lineup. So if it does matter, create some sort of a bonus, we're going to have squads for every room. So right?
I hope that you can wager something. So like, you know, like, hey, if you win, you get this mana potion, or if you win, you can have this pet, or if I win, I get this pet, or something like that. I know that probably won't happen, but I think
no, you're right. No, you're onto something. It might be room difficulty. So if it's a dungeon and there might be an easy mode, a medium mode, and a hard mode, and you might be able to put up like bonus drop rates. It might be a crystal entry fee or something like that. And to get into the dungeons, there's going to be some form of entry fee because that's how they're. And it could be something like, okay, the hard version of this dungeon is a 1 crystal entry fee. The medium is 0.5 and the regular is 0.1. So I'm just basing it off of whatever duels is,
right.
And it's higher it's higher drop rates, but the dungeons are higher, the monsters are scaled higher, and it's just more of a risk. So,
and you have chance for like greater or
yeah, you
regular
have
and greater for each level that you decided to attempt.
yeah,
right?
whatever materials or equipment you can get is just a higher drop rate. Could be something like that.
Ogre asks a question in here. Do you think that you might need certain pets to move to certain parts of the map? And this is something Mosh has been preaching for a while. He thinks that these
I love the idea.
they're going to take them to specific areas of
No,
the map.
not
If
just
you don't
certain
have
parts
that
of the
pet, you're
map.
not going to have it.
I think they'll be effective in certain parts of the map, but I don't think you'll need a certain type of pet to get to a certain spot on the map.
You never know. There might be the Volmyra Ruins key might be the Volmyra Ruins.
So listen, they have the odd pool backgrounds. They call them season 1. It says season 1 right on there.
Okay, I see your point there. Yeah.
So I think that these odd pool backgrounds are going to be pseudo keys to get into certain areas that there'll be special quests or tournaments or anything like that. And maybe it's not now, but like. What other reason would it be unless it can't just be collector? There's got to be if you look at the hero, there's got to be some sort of utility for that, and the drop rates on those are all below 1%. So it would have to be something very exclusive, and like even a 1-star pet with that background can get you in there.
That was imply that like there would have to be a specific quest or place a mythic hero could get you, opposed to not a legendary hero, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Rarity.
Maybe all backgrounds play a role.
That's almost the same thing.
Maybe
it's just rarity getting you somewhere.
Yes, it's just another key on your keychain.
It'll be interesting. That's a good thought, though. I didn't forget about that with the odd pool locations.
Maybe all backgrounds have something to do with something in PvE for your pets, right? Like
PvE, yeah.
Very much could.
Yeah, Volmyra Ruins, 0.34% chance to
I just
drop.
got my first Inner Grove.
I think Mosh is onto something because they said that odd pools are like hitting the lottery. They don't just say certain stuff. There are certain things that when the team says, it's like, keep that in the back of your mind because they hint out things through like riddles. They're known for doing stuff like that. And
really, I did not know that.
Yeah,
10-4, say no more.
They said odd pools are
their exact words are getting an odd pool is like hitting a lottery, and that was just like, okay, bring them.
It feels like when you talk to people about the odd pool backgrounds, like it used to feel when you talk to people about traits, when they were like, yeah, but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
you have to be ahead of it. You have to speculate on certain things. Go read, like they were saying, Hubert said, it's like winning the lottery. Like there's enough info out there that it gives you at least an idea that there might be some sort of importance or utility to it in the future. I'm willing to bet.
And go to Starbucks video when he's talking to Workhorse and he's like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing the silly axolotl first. Like, why is he there's 100-something pets, different combinations, and he talks about an odd pool pet. It's obviously in the team's head, in the works, that odd pools are going to have something that it's whatever it is.
And if the community keeps talking about it, they're just going to build it anyways.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So Tad told me that to sell you could sell a common odd pool for 169 crystal like that. And so I like listed it for 169 crystals to just test it. And then I had a change of heart. And I was like, nah, never mind. I go back in, sold right away. I was like, damn it.
I'm selling them too cheap too, but it's like, I feel like I'm just gonna eventually just hatch more. So whenever
I was thinking, I was like, 169 crystal. Is this worth $2 for me? No.
I'm only selling doubles.
$2 for me.
I'd only sell a double, but yeah, no. Now that I know that, I'm holding on to them.
All right.
Did you see that unfortunate dog with the Volmyra backgrounds that was just hatched?
Yeah, it was insane.
Dog. Oh man,
it looks so cool.
I don't watch the hatch feed 24/7.
Yeah,
you're missing out, bud.
Yeah. We celebrate, we want everybody to win, and when you do,
bullshit. I'm trying to snipe.
All day, every day, I'm watching. That's all I do. I watch tavern sales and hatchery, and I just pick up on trends and pick up on.
Yeah, me and Tad be watching at the same time, and we go tell each other like, "Yo, it's dry" at the exact same time, and then we try to race to the mythic.
We did that the other day. It was so funny. We was in Mythic Mayhem, and we had like, "Yo, it's dry." and then we just hatched I hatched a triple bloater snail.
Yeah, motherfucker! Right before you left.
Yeah. Bye. All right. So we had some wins this week in the Mythic squad. I was going to share a couple. We're going from lowest to best. So obviously I'll start off because mine weren't that big. But I got my second Mythic summon. I got a shapeshifter, has advanced stats. I got that this week.
Sir.
This is the
Spicy.
turtle that I sent for 169 crystal that I miss already. His name's Donatello. That's all right. Who cares? And then this is my buy of the week. I had an excellent deal to get a advanced stat on a legendary paladin with one summon left with a shapeshifter subclass. So I'm happy with that one. That's my tavern snipe of the week.
Man, Yashim is, that's beautiful. I want a mythic shapeshifter so bad.
Yashim. Yeah. So did I, and so did Viybz. So Viybz, was like not to be outdone. Did he drop? Oh man. Well, of course he's gonna leave right before his shout out, and he catches one.
Beautiful.
There he is.
Yeah,
got an awesome one. Viybz, what do you tell me about this one? Viybz, you frozen?
I like the double poisonous blade on it.
It's double poisonous blade, but then it has 2 advanced stats in the passives too. It's a nice shapey one.
Yeah, double poison blade.
How much?
Double
I like this card. Ice background, wizard subclass. This is a Fight Club monster too.
Yes.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, I just sell it right now.
It's gonna be a beast.
Wait a minute, Viybz, is this shiny? This shiny,
yes,
it's shiny. It's very beautiful.
Check.
It's sitting right next to Workhorse's shapeshifter for sale.
Oh, there it is. Poison blade.
You can look there and then holler at me, and I will give you a deal on it if you really, really, really want it. But I was curious. Like, I want to get Wowie's eyes on it and some other people's eyes on it. What kind of, how do you think this is set up? I think this is going to.
I think that's filthy. Double poison blade, and it's a shapeshifter with the Vega Claw. I don't know what that's called. I call it Vega Claw. But that's dope. And then you got an awesome legendary
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, that Warlock is gangster.
Yeah, somebody got that for cheap. I already let it go, but it was a dub. Yeah. Only hatched a few. Caught that one.
Yeah, and then we got Mosh, and Mosh is just like, I'm not sending you all of them. Fuck you. Here's Mosh's. Look at this. He's like only gives me just a little sprinkle of some Mosh magic. But he got an awesome Sage Thief. What were the traits on this one, Josh?
It has an advanced stat. I already sold it, but yeah, it had an advanced stat. Butterfly wings too.
And then we'll just go quick on this. Time. This is Mosh's week. A day in the life of Mosh.
This is Mosh's week. This was Mosh today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is Mosh today. This is not including his Gyron whelp that I think he sold already, as well as the one you just got while we were streaming, the Gentleman Crab.
And the legendary spellbow.
Yeah, I'm going to trade you something for that Gentleman Crab. Yeah, did you get rid of the other one, or you still got that one too? Probably still.
God, I forgot he got that Gentleman's Crab too, man. It's not fair.
Yeah, hey, what you guys didn't know is I hatched like 6 eggs, and I got 2 legendaries and a Crystal Tusk Hayward Boar rare too.
Nice.
Can I ask Mosh a question real quick?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
To new people getting into pets, what's a word of advice you could give to new people thinking about hatching some eggs right now?
Save up for at least a batch of like 10 to 15 if you really want to get some color and increase your odds on getting something that will pay for your entire hatching spree. You got to do the boon. And with crystal prices the way they are right now, it makes the most sense financially too. You're going to spend the 200 tiers no matter what option you use. So the crystal difference from grace to boon for just that it's less than 40%, right? 10, something like that.
You're saving a lot of crystal, right? Which you could just buy in tiers. So I mean,
yeah. I mean, and the proof's in the pudding. I've never done anything but boon, and I know everybody has their own,
strategy. No, that's what I'm asking.
Strategy and finances to be able to do that. but you can really get it going if you hit when you do the boon. So I'm always going to tell
BG
anybody to.
And BG is a
Brown
great
J-
point, right? It's like
yeah,
you're
40
doubling your
cents
chances for Mythic.
or
So like,
40
all
crystal
right,
more. Yeah.
that's worth it.
Yeah, what is that?
Think about it, right? Double your chances for Mythic. That's big.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
Boone is the way.
absolutely.
Boone is
Cool.
the
Thank
way.
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, honey.
All right, man. Or everyone, I should say. Good stream today. Obviously, I love talking about PvP and learning more. I got a sticky note that's gonna make me rich over here.
Come
with my
hang out
Archer.
and come hang out. Sorry to interrupt,
Mythic
Starbuck.
Mayhem voice channel.
Mythic Mayhem voice channel, and we go hard there. Also, tomorrow, I want to say this before I forget. Me and the Beeve and maybe some other guys from Mythic Squad, I'm going to add all you guys in our server. But we're doing DFK Fight Club against some of the primetime guys over in their voice channel. And so I'm going to mop up freaking primetime big time.
I wish I was matched up against Primetime, dude. I saw him fighting the AI, and I was like, no, not that. No, not this.
No, but it will be a good time. We'll be shit talking for sure, and it's just a good little mashup between Primetime and Mythic Squad, some OGs. So it'll be fun. Come say what's up. I'll add you all in the server.
Yeah, and I put our server link in the chat. So if you aren't part of that yet, Mythic Mayhem is where we do most of our daily streaming, and a lot of members in Mythic Squad are all Mythic Squad friends are basically in there all day. And,
Stomp is doing some summons tonight. We have a match, an elite and double advanced ability paladin and Dark Knight. We're doing summon swaps on, and he's gonna do it later tonight.
Yeah. So if you get frustrated finding your own matches, go into Mythic Mayhem there, and people be like, "Oh, you got rugged. What do you got?" Da, da, da. And they'll find matches, swap matches for Transcendent attempt. It's just a good time. Good.
And
if
you're not
really
into
quick,
voice
too.
chat, if you're not into voice chat, you can hop into the chat in the voice channel.
I'm going to get big real quick just so I could show something. We got some merch samples in, which I think is going to be what we actually go for. We're going to be, I'm not going to steal our own thunder until we get there, but here, let's make this screen bigger. You guys tell me, did that work? You guys see this one?
Yeah.
All right. Here's our first shirt, and that's the Mythic Squad logo on it. I like it. And then the second shirt, I just did this as a sample.
Hold it closer.
This is black on black. Mythic Squad. This will be the front of that shirt, but I didn't want to pay for two shirts to see if the black can show.
No, I like that. That's sweet.
Yeah, I think that's filthy.
Yeah,
and
it looks way better in person too.
Yeah, this is the piece. This is the piece right here. I'm feeling this one. We got our first sample for our Mythic Squad hat too, and then I'm all about that black on black. So it's a good fit. It's a good snapback. So be on the lookout for that soon.
I dig it. Mythic
We're pushing. Mythic Squad's pushing.
When purple hats.
Oh yeah, they're coming.
Dude, Joker purple hats, yeah. Let's do that.
I got my bloater in the mail,
You won't be able to purchase those.
I got my.
It would look fly with that teal myth gam on it, I think.
How many bloaters did you get, Tad? You got one?
Nah, I just got one for now. If there's any more, maybe I'll get another one.
Now I need an extra. Watch them not have the same exact ones coming out. But I want to make a bloater hat. Yeah,
like Ogre.
Yeah, like Ogre.
That was so fire. That was clean as fuck. I was like, oh,
hey, real talk. Man, I don't know what that Rapitor site is, but I did have that idea a long time ago. I showed Masha and Viybz, and it's basically that exact same idea.
Yeah.
And we loved having you guys on tonight, Viybz and Tad. You guys are always welcome back here to just
always welcome. Always welcome.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure.
Have fun. Tell me I'm wrong too, Viybz. Like I love.
I love the black and white chat. Viybz is
my guy. Viybz is ready to talk it out. I love it.
Good, man. I'm glad. Yeah, hopefully it's just good discussion, right? A lot of things to think about. A lot of strong emotions. We all love this game. I think we all are super passionate about this game.
Viybz is correct about growth score. People don't really realize that. People look at their heroes and they're like, "Oh, just because I have a mythic, it's better than here." It's just like, but you don't crystal it. You look at the stats, and a rare card has better stats than it. Me and Vibe were arguing with somebody
Dude,
in the chat the other day about that.
I
Like,
got
it's
some
like it's growth
beast
score that
common
matters.
cards too. Like
Listen, there's some people that own Ferraris that never wash them, that have freaking fast food garbage on the floorboards and all that stuff. If you build dope, uncommon, even rare, even commons, and you use the
You want
stones
color
correctly
for
and
the
the
bonus,
crystals
but
correctly and build them properly, they're going to be bangers. So,
Yep.
Hey,
yeah.
okay, look at this. Way back when, bloater beanie. I said, picture this bloater beanie on a bloater snail, but a knit beanie on a head, and then check out this image. Come on,
perfect.
it's right there.
Yeah. Manifested it.
Exactly. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with the Mythic Squad.
All right,
Catch
peace
us
out.
in Mythic Mayhem. You guys
course.
know when we'll see us next week, same time, every single week. We love y'all, and we are out. Good night, y'all.
Peace, homies.
Peace.
Thanks,
Later,
y'all.
fam.
All right, that was good.